Welcome to the project demonstration of simulation of auto power supply control from 4 different sources by using the microcontroller. So in this simulation model we are going to demonstrate the project of whenever the selection switches enabled to the respective sources availability, then the system will display the so-called availability of sources on the LCD screen, as well as the so-called source is getting connected to the load. So that will be represented with the help of these LED indications, and the selections will be done through this electromagnetic relays. So these are the connections were made to the microcontroller, and this relay is getting switched through this ULN2003 which is the driver board to control the relays from the microcontroller by getting input of signal 12 volts and providing that signal to the relay boards based on the trigger pulse from the microcontroller. So we have interfaced this ULN2003 pins at pin number C4, C5, C6, C7 pins, and LCD interfaced from B2 to B7, and so-called selection switches means availability of sources will be selected through the switches are interfaced to the D3, D4, D5, D6, D7. Okay. Sorry, D3, D5, D6, D7. So they are the interface connections. And after we made these connections, we need to write the code in embedded C language in PXE compiler. So this is the code we have written in the compiler with the conditions. So whenever the respective source got selected, the main power supply, solar power supply, and inverter power supply and generator power supply, whenever the selected, the so-called status displaying LCD, as well as respected relay will get switched on to provide the power supply from the source to the load. Okay, after we compile that, we will get a X file in our folder. So this is the main X file which we are going to provide you to run the project simulation. So open the file given in the previous simulation 8.1 version, and then after we can get this design file. And once you open the file, click on this microcontroller, and there we need to select the X file. So go to the program file section, and now click on this folder symbol. There you get the main X file. Just double click on that and set the frequency to the 20 megahertz. Only these two changes should be done. Okay, and now click on OK. Now you can run the file by clicking on this leftmost bottom corner. Just when we run on this, then you can see the no power supply message will be displayed, as there is no active source availability from the sources to the microcontroller. This we can see the 0, 0, 0. So just when we select this will represent the power supply of main power source. So there we can see main power supply availability, and the LED gets switched on. As you can see, the action of animation relay getting switched on. Okay, and now so when other sources are available, then automatically switch is connected to the main source only, and whenever the main source is not available, it check with the another availability sources. Now I have enabled the solar power supply, and same in series, like when it is not available, then it will check with another availability source, that is inverter. And when the inverter is not available, then it will go with the generator power supply. If all sources available, then the first preference is going to be the main power supply, and when it is not available, solar, and when it is not available for the supply purpose, then switching to the inverter power supply. And when it is not available for the source, from the source to the load, generator power supply is available. So when no power supply is available, directly no load is enabled, and all the relays in off state only. Okay, so these are the power sources we are providing to these loads to this relay. Right. Thank you.